Hey there. Good evening. Can everybody hear me okay? Woo. Oh, wow. Last month, I turned 60 years old. How about that? Woo! Yeah, and I decided I wanted to do something wild and crazy for my 60th birthday. And it was either to come here tonight and to be with you, or to swim naked with the dolphins. The Miami Dolphins. Well, the Dolphins were not available, so here I am, okay? 30 years ago, a couple of years ago, I retired after 30 years of service working for a major airline, okay? I cannot tell you the airline's name because I still receive a little bitty pension from them every month, and I kind of use that from our Starbucks money. But I can tell you that it rhymes with the word Felta. Oh, did I hear Delta? Oh, okay, great, thanks. Yeah, you got it. Okay. Anyway, inevitably, people would always ask me, being a flight attendant, they'd ask me silly stuff, stupid stuff, like, are you going back across the pond after we just worked all the way to Europe, right? But the silliest one that used to drive me crazy would be when people would say, tell me what it's really like. Is it glamorous? And I go, you mean a bunch of old sorority girls that stand around and make social chit-chat and pick up trash all day and say bye-bye? You think that's really glamorous? You think that's hot? Not. Anyway, but people are people. I loved it. And a few people I'll probably always remember. I'd like to share a couple of those stories with you right now. So, anybody ever been to New Orleans during Mardi Gras? Yeah. Let the good times roll. So when I was a young stew, okay, we were working a flight to New Orleans, and all I could remember was lots and lots of fruity drinks, hurricanes. That's before I moved to Florida. And lots and lots of those beads, kind of like this. When you show your, I'm not going to do it tonight, shirt's too tight. But anyway, sorry guys. Anyway, you're still thinking about those dolphins, right? Anyhow, we're in these beads, and so I don't know what happened on that trip, except for I woke up the next morning and I was naked and I had lots and lots of beads on. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to tell that story. My mom's here. Hey, Mom. I really wanted to tell you about what happened on the flight, okay? So imagine this. Mr. First Class Upgrade comes on board, and you can always tell him a mile away. He's the one, as soon as he sits down, he goes, oh my goodness, look at this big seat. Also, he doesn't know how to operate that big seat. And back in the day, he even had a big hot breakfast and went on and on like I was the best cook in the world. All I did was put in the oven, right? But he also had lots and lots of drinks, and probably about the 6th Bloody Mary. You get the picture. All of a sudden, I don't know what happened. My hands started shaking because I don't know who was more hungover, okay, the flight crew, the pilots, or the passengers. But my hands were shaking. I'd never had anything like that happen. My heart was racing and pounding, and all of a sudden the Bloody Mary went right there, right in his crotch, and they didn't tell me in initial training what to do when that happened. So I just knelt down and I just started trying to clean it up. I was trying to be good. I mean, I was only a few months into training, and so I just said, good morning, sports fans. I love sports. And all of a sudden, the man beside him said, I want what he's having. All he had was black coffee before that. Anyhow, another time we were coming out of Key West. Do you notice there's a little bit of a pattern here? Key West, New Orleans. Anyhow, we were coming out of Key West, and Big Daddy comes up. And, I could tell him, too, a mile away, he had been enjoying his Key West experience, and he intended to have a little bit more fun. So he walks up and he goes, so, is this the bar? And I go, no, sir, it's an airplane. You need to come on board, sit down. And a few minutes later, he said, hey, lady, I need a drink. By this time, I needed a drink. Procedure is that if somebody comes to the boarding door and they appear to be intoxicated, we are to deny boarding. At least on Delta Airlines, we did that. I don't know about some of those other ones like, Jet Red or whatever. So anyhow, so he looks at me again and he says, bitch. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that. He said, do you know who I am? Because if you did, you wouldn't be treating me this way and be so ugly acting. And I said, well, who are you? And he said, I'll have you know I'm a U.S. Federal Air Marshal. To which I replied, really? If you're a U.S. Federal Air Marshal, then I'm a supermodel. I'm out of here. Good night. Hope you have fun. Go Fins!